This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. Huge league games and tournament games from all around the Bay Area. We have Los Lomas against league rival Berean Christian. Leland takes on Lee and Burlingame meets Carlmont.
In softball, it's the extra inning showdown with Mountain View and Los Gatos. Lacrosse with Clayton Valley in California. And the story of the Santa Teresa swimmer and his incredible fight with food allergies. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We begin tonight with the Elite 8 tournament held at St. Francis High School. This is a first-round game with the Mission Valley League's first-place team, Washington, taking on the East Bay League powerhouse, Monta Vista. Yeah,
Washington really good, but the Mustangs' main man is Dawson Mann, who's hitting .379. The Huskies feature hard-hitting junior Damian Stone, who has 9 extra base hits this year going into this game. Monta Vista and Washington in the Elite 8 tournament this week. The Washington Huskies ready to go in this Elite 8 first-round game, but Monta Vista strikes first in the first as Tom Gavello rips it down the right field line into the corner. Gavello is fast as he races into third with a triple. Later same inning, Bryce Harrell bloops one into shallow left field. That one's going to drop, allowing Gavello to score 1-0 Mustangs. The Huskies, though, come back in the fourth. Jared No muscles up and singles to center. Jake Serpa scores, and when the throw gets away at third, Nico Lombardi scores 2-0 Washington Huskies. Next up is the pitcher, Kyle Bratzett, and Kyle gets up there and he sends it up the middle off the bag at second as No scores, and the Huskies have a 3-1 lead after 4 innings of play. We talked about the power hitting of Damian Stone. Stone gets all of this one, sending it over the right field fence, a 2-run blast for Stone, and a 5-1 Washington Huskies lead. Meantime, on the mound, Bratzett was having a terrific game, this strikeout ending the 5th inning. The Huskies looking for more in the 6th as Serpa comes up to the plate and he sends this one deep to left center field. It's a one-hopper over the fence, a ground rule double. Jake hoping for a home run. It's not Jake. He would not score, but in the 7th, here's Stone again, and again Stone lifts it high and deep to right, and this one is gone. A solo shot as Washington wins it 6-1. Stone with 2 home runs in the game. Bratzett going the distance on the mound for the victorious Washington Huskies.
North Bay sports coverage is brought to you by South County Chrysler of Marin. The Lowell Cardinals can clinch the City League title with a win over Mission. Bottom 1, runner on first for the Bears. Catcher Shane Stanley goes for the back door and got him. No score after 2. Top 3, a short fly ball to right. Asante Wilson comes charging in and makes the sliding catch. That's a nice catch by Asante. Top of 4 with a runner on first for the Cards. Mark Zhu slaps one back up the middle, and that puts Jack Schoner in scoring position. CJ Pino trying to get out of it, and he does with the strikeout, and it remains scoreless as we head into the top of the 5th. Jordy Bach comes up with a runner on, and Jordy drops one just in front of the left fielder, Felipe Astier, and his long locks on second. A bunt would put runners on second and third for Cameron Tang, and Tang comes through, chops one through the infield, and we have a score. It's 1-0 Lowell. And the Cards looking for more, but Pino gets a clutch grounder as Zon Lewis tags second and throws to Will Cohen at first for the double play. So we're going into the bottom of the 7th, and Cohen draws the walk to put the tying run at first. But Schoner, the Lowell sophomore pitcher, was lights out, and he's been all year. Jack induces the grounder as Bach puts away the final out. Schoner's 6th win of the season, and it's the most important. Lowell clinches the City League title for the 3rd consecutive year.
The California High School Grizzlies taking on Clayton Valley Tuesday evening. The Ugly Eagles jump ahead early. Connor Barnes with the moves to score the first goal of the game. Neil Torin follows that one up with a score of his own, 2-0 after 1. Cal would get on the board with this shot from Matthew Hansen, but Clayton Valley gets back in it as Gunnar Oakley fires it in, and the Eagles have a 5-2 lead at the half. In the 3rd, Alexander Lemon finds a hole, and he scores, but Clayton Valley not done. Torin finds Barnes, who extends the lead to 7-3. then begins the comeback as Ben Kasenchak finds a hole here in the third quarter. And then later in the fourth, he'll find another, and this one is tied up at 7-all. The Ugly Eagles trying to find a shot, but goalie Tyler Blues was a wall in the fourth quarter, and he'd keep the score tied for his offense. Griffin Agawa drills this one in to take the lead. The Grizzlies would score one more for the comfort behind victory. Final score, 9-7 Cal. Kasenchak leading the way with 3 goals for the Grizzlies.
Foothill's crosstown rival Amador Valley comes to town. Dons jump out to an early lead in the first. Jacob Kim sets for Logan Miller. Foothill kept it close as Daniel Kwan slams it down off the set of Asphalt Pierre Muhammad. But the Dons hold on. Luke Mafal's attempt is blocked, but he gets another chance. Don takes the set 25-23, and we head to the second. Pierre Muhammad sets for Kwan. Falcons hang on to lead it through the first half of the set. But the Dons come back as Kim sets for Will Sadler, who puts this one away. It was a back and forth second set. Mason Ward fires it in for the Falcons. But Amador Valley would eventually pull ahead. Foothill has control. The Dons' Blake Burchard gets the dig, and then it's Kim with the quick put away. And the Dons' defense also very strong. A big block from Miller and Kim helped the Dons win the set 26-24 and up by 2. Foothill amped up with the energy in the third set. David Zhu slams one down for the Falcons, but the Dons would take this one as well. McFall with the kill, and Amador Valley completes the 3-set sweep with a 25-16 third. Dons win it in 3, and McFall doing it all for the Dons. Each week, we present the Players of the Week in a rap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Rica Center.
Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Bay Area, you know what time it is. It's your Players of the Week. We here at the Rica Center. It's Rama Jamal, check him out. Carlmont beyond at softball. The army of the Scots know from senior number 11, Sonny Cariajo. That's right. Pay attention. The Peninsula Bay Division's 2-time defending champs all ready to play the distance. Yep. Sonny pitched a complete game, striking out 7, but her best work was behind the plate when she swept in 3 RBIs, scoring like James Harden. Okay. She plays in Washington next year at St. Martin. On to volleyball, but not just anywhere. The Dons toss him in the air to Austin Kinnear. Acalanes took revenge on the Northgate Broncos, and news started leaking like some fourth-rate ponchos. In the game that counted for the league, he had 18 kills, he pounded for the lead. In a 5-set victory, Austin only a sophomore at 6'5", expect to hear about him a lot more. Oh yeah. Say it with me, these are your Players of the Week. Rica Center.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
Slow onset lower leg pain is common in athletes, especially with running. Most commonly, this is shin splints or medial tibial stress syndrome. This is pain over your shin with running that is overuse stress to the soft tissues that attach to your tibia. It is often associated with a rapid increase in level of training and is treated with rest and physical therapy to optimize flexibility, strength, and mechanics. Orthotic and foot arch evaluation are also helpful. If symptoms persist, you should see your physician to rule out other causes of chronic leg pain, most commonly stress fractures of the tibia.
Coming up, our NCS block construction blockbuster game. It's the Diablo Valley League tussle with Los Lomas and Berean Christian.
And softball with Benicia and College Park as 49ers Cal High Sports Report continues.
Each day brings new possibilities. That's why you need a partner dedicated to helping your company reach its goals. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
California's #1 volume dealer, South County of Gilroy. The #1 Hellcat Scat Pack dealer in the world. Welcomes the largest selection of red-eye in the world. Fast and furious. Feel it. Hear it. Speed like no other. South County has too much speed on their lot. Red Eyes, Hellcat Demon, Scat Pack, wide bodies, and more. Get the new Dodge Durango SRT8 power like no other for $11,000 off the MSRP.
Wow!
Fast and furious.
Get your roll on.
Drive a little, save a lot.
Amazing scenery? Check. No cell phone service? Check. Best friend? Check. 20-degree grade? No problem. We love this as much as professional climbers. That's why we have the same doctors, making sure we make it to the top.
When I first came here, my goal was to be a contributing player on my high school's JV football team. The center actually not only helped me achieve my goals, but exceed even what I initially set out to do. I was able to continue playing football professionally through a lot of the things that I learned at the Rega Center. The Rega Center is a place to help you achieve your goals and then, tailor it to whatever the person's goals might be.
We are back at Levi Stadium with a big game this week in the Diablo Valley League. 3 teams within 1 game of first place in the league. 2 of those teams, Los Lomas and Berean Christian, meeting in a home-and-home series this week.
Both of those games huge in this league with the league season winding down. This is our NCS Block Construction Blockbuster game. Our Chiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game. Yeah.
It is a tight race in the Diablo Valley League with Berean Christian and Los Lomas tied at 3-1 behind Alhambra. I'm here at Los Lomas High School as the Knights and Eagles meet. On the mound for Berean Christian, dominant right-handed pitcher Cole Dewey. The senior is 7-0 on the season with a .44 ERA, but he will be faced up against the tough, hot-hitting Knights, including senior Jack McCullough, leading the league with a .460 batting average and 29 RBIs. A big one in the Diablo Valley League. It's Berean Christian and Los Lomas in our blockbuster game.
The Knights get their bats going early. Top of the first, Aaron Weiner hits one to the right center fence. Brad Barker comes in to score, and Los Lomas takes a 1-0 lead. Ian Alvarado hits a shallow fly ball to right to give the Eagles a base runner, but he will get left on. Second inning, the Knights explode on offense. Bases loaded for Dylan Graham, and he kisses this one goodbye. Deep right center for the grand salami to give the Knights a 6-run lead. Jack McCullough keeps the inning going with a dart to center field for the single. Zakai Amador comes up with the bases loaded and hits a hard grounder through the right side. That one gets past the outfielder. 3 runs come in to score. The Knights go for a 4th, but the Eagles get the out at home. Bottom 4, Jordan Alexander puts the Eagles on the board with a base knock up the middle, scoring Andrew Meyer. But lefty starter for the Knights, Andrew LaCour, ends the inning with his 6th strikeout of the game. LaCour allowing only 3 hits through 4 innings. Los Lomas grabs a pair in the 7th. Weiner finds a hole through the right side, scoring Dominic Gravino and Justin Pendry. The Knights win big 12-2 with a 9-run second inning. Dylan Graham feeling good about his team heading into the final weeks of league play.
We just go up there looking for a ball to hit, and luckily we get them and we just smash them. That's how it is. That's our plan every time. We can hit, we can pitch, we can field. I like our team right now. We're looking good right now going into playoffs.
In Walnut Creek with our blockbuster game, I'm Chiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
1, 2, 3, nice.
The College Park Falcons warming up on this beautiful day before their game against the Benicia Panthers. We skip to the bottom of the 3rd, Benicia with runners on 2nd and 3rd. Pitcher Sophia Berryhill snags the liner and fires to 3rd for the Falcon double play. Into the 5th inning, Berryhill having a great day on the mound, striking out Panthers left and right. 8 Ks on the day for Berryhill, but in the top of the 6th, Robin Ball Mediano sends a grounder up the middle for a base hit. 2 batters later, slapper Bailey McLaughlin drops a bunt, and it's a good one. She beats out the throw at first to put runners on 1st and 2nd. Then it's Benicia going for the double steal, but the ball is thrown into left field. Balmediano with the steal and the score, and it puts Benicia on the board 1-0. And it doesn't stop there with runners on 1st and 2nd. Alicia Campbell is next up to bat. She sends it back up the middle, allowing McLaughlin to cross the plate. It's 2-0 Benicia. Bottom of the 7th now, College Park looking to get a base hit, but the Panthers are too quick. Amanda Ajari gets a chopper and fires it to Jen McHugh. Benicia with the 2-0 victory, handing the Falcons their first league loss. Each week, South County Chrysler and U.S. Bank bring us the Coach of the Week award. This week's Coach of the Week is TJ Ratliff from Panola Valley High School. TJ and the Spartans clinched their league title with a big win on Senior Day last week.
Coach Ratliff and the Spartans will now receive tickets to an upcoming A's game for being named this week's South County Chrysler U.S. Bank Coach of the Week. Coming up, the Mount Hamilton League battle for first place with Leland and Lee.
But first, take a look at our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Softball Power Rankings.
High school sports builds character, builds communities, builds legacies, and Block Construction plays a big part in this, building state-of-the-art athletic facilities all around the Bay Area. With an unwavering commitment to teamwork, innovation, and quality workmanship, Block Construction places great value on dedication, performance, and successful outcomes. Block projects inspire excellence and are a place where memories and legacies are built. Block Construction, we care, we prepare, we perform.
It's a ground ball to the right side, steered by Phillips, flips Hacker's lead, and the A's are the world champion.
0-2, and he struck him out swinging.
Some kind of pitching right there.
The fans coming alive here at the Coliseum.
This place is jumping. It's an absolute party.
This is it, man. This is what players live for.
One Hit Away Foundation is the only nonprofit in the country dedicated to brain healing and brain health resulting from sports-related concussions. We help athletes get better quicker and learn the benefits of brain health. Don't ignore a possible brain injury that can get worse over time if left untreated. Call One Hit Away today and find out what we can do for you, or go to our website at onehitaway.org.
Take the symptoms of a concussion seriously. Here are some of the more common symptoms: headaches, light sensitivity, increased anxiety, depression, and brain fogginess. Do not challenge a concussion. It is not worth it.
We are the Lehigh Longhorns, and you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
We are back at Levi Stadium and off to the Mount Hamilton division, where the Lee Longhorns have a 2-game lead over 3 teams as the race heads into the final 4 games. Lee led by outstanding pitcher and hitter Mitch Dowd, the senior 5-2 for the Longhorns this season.
Leland looking to sweep the Longhorns this week to pull into a tie for the league lead. The Chargers hit the ball very well with seniors Trevor Johannes and Michael Garcia, both above 400 for the season. The first of 2 games with these 2 teams played on Wednesday afternoon.
The first place Lee Longhorns taking the field against second place Leland. Lee flashing some leather early. Terrific play here by shortstop Ryan Ing, and a strong throw to first for the out. Nice play, Ryan. Leland does get on the board in the first. Kakoa Lopez reaches out and shoots it through the left side. He would later score on an error. 1-0 Leland. Meantime, Leland starter Calvin Shaw doing a nice job shutting down the Longhorns through the first 4 innings. 2-on-2 out for Leland in the fourth, and a clutch base knock for Joey Taddy as the 6'5 junior sends it all the way to the wall. Scoring is Trevor Johannes. Racing in from first is Carson Yates. Leland up 3-0. Bottom 5 now, and Lee battles back. Bases loaded. 2 outs for Robbie Hamchuk, and Robbie unloads on this one. 1 bounce over the center field fence. 2-run score, 3-2. Here's Taddy again for Leland, but this time Hamchuk is able to track it down. A terrific catch to keep it a 1-run game. Down 1 in the 7th, the Longhorns rally. Owen Dyer, a deep blast to left. 1 bounce over the fence as the Longhorns load the bases. Let's go. 2 down for Mitch Dowd at the plate, and Mitch sends a line drive base hit to left. Max Breaker scores the tying run, and here comes Dyer with a headfirst slide and a fist pump as the Lee Longhorns walk off with a thrilling 4-3 win. Dowd the win on the mound and the game-winning hit in the bottom of the 7th.
Back Back to softball now with the James Logan Colts a half game back from the second place New York Memorial Cougars. Cougars grab an early lead. Marissa Alvarez hits a deep fly ball over the outfielder's head, bringing in Savannah Swickard and Viviana Gomez for the 2-0 lead. Fourth inning, same score. Abby Faita leads off the inning for the Colts with a base hit through the infield. Kayla Uribe now at the plate. She hits an infield flare. The Cougars get the out at first. Faita scores to make it a one-run game. Mooch Salazar in the circle for the Colts. She gets the batter to swing and miss to end the fifth. Now we head to the top of the sixth. The Colts now show off their power. Faita connects and sends this one over the left field fence to tie it up at 2-2. And now it's Salazar's turn. She gets all of this one, and it's bye-bye, baby. The Colts are eaten with a 3-run lead in the seventh. Logan keeps the bats going. Runner on third. Jade Johnson does the job and hits a fly ball to the right side, allowing Mia Castro to score. And the Colts head into the bottom of the seventh with an 8-run lead. The Cougars are not going down without a fight. Gomez with a 2-run bomb. And then it's runners at first and second for the Cougs. Faita fields a grounder, tags third for the out, and fires the first for the double play. To end this game, the Colts defeat the Cougars, putting them in a first-place tie with Moreau Catholic at 8-2 in the Mission Valley League. Highlights from that game next week.
Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of inspirational athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Robert, tonight we meet a swimmer from Santa Teresa High School who takes big risks every day in hopes of living a normal, healthy life. Schools are often thought to be one of the safest places for kids. But growing up, Yuki Akazaki took a risk every time he walked into a classroom, or really, any time he stepped out of his house.
At age 2, I was diagnosed with peanut and milk allergies, along with a lot of other allergies.
Yuki's allergies to milk and nuts are so severe, it makes everyday life a challenge.
So my reaction was airborne, and whenever I touched anything that had peanuts or milk, I would frequently get hives and swelling, and sometimes it got really severe to the point where I would get an anaphylactic reaction.
Yuki's most dangerous allergic reaction occurred when he was just 4 years old.
My symptoms were so severe that I started to have swelling in my throat, and that brought me to a panic, because oftentimes the reason why people die from food allergies is when their throat swells up to the point where they can't breathe anymore.
His face totally changed, but he couldn't speak well because he couldn't get enough air. But he asked me, am I going to die?
I was administered an EpiPen, and we called 911, and I needed to go to the hospital to get treated for my symptoms.
You're just scared. Just scared, and even now.
So Yuki lived a life that was much different than most kids his age.
Ever since I was little, I was unable to interact with other kids due to the fact that if they were to eat something that had milk or peanuts in it before they met with me, if they were to touch me, I would get a reaction. So oftentimes I had to do things in isolation, and I didn't have many opportunities to socialize with other friends as I wanted to.
That is until Yuki's parents found a clinical trial at Stanford Hospital, which claimed it could help people like Yuki build tolerance to different allergies. Yuki consumed small amounts of milk products every day over the course of 2 years. The risks were dangerous, but the reward, life-changing.
They have eliminated my concerns for cross-contamination.
Now, a handshake or a cough won't trigger Yuki's allergies, and he's able to do so many things he wasn't able to before, like sports.
The reason why sports has been an extremely influential part of my life is because that was essentially the only way, besides at school, where I could interact with other friends.
He is definitely one that embodies more than just how fast he is or what his GPA is. He is someone truly remarkable and special.
Yuki has a message for those who struggle with illnesses like his.
Sports was the way for me to forget about my food allergy symptoms. When I was swimming, I was able to be just like any other swimmer in the pool. And I hope you find an opportunity for yourself to find a way to pursue your passions and not have to constantly worry about your health condition.
Yuki now goes to another treatment center in Southern California where the goal is for him to be completely cured of his allergies. But if that doesn't happen, to see where he began from having reactions 3 to 4 times a week to now is remarkable.
Yeah, much, much better. Such a scary thing, and those food allergies, you just nothing to fool around with. It's very scary. All right, thanks. So Yuki is our Be Human Inspirational Athlete this week. To nominate your favorite inspirational athlete, download the Be Human app in the App Store and use the tag Inspirational Athlete to share what makes your nominee so inspirational. Be Human is humanizing social media. Be human, inspire, and be inspired.
Coming up, our South County Chrysler Game of the Week with the first place softball game in the De Anza Division, Mountain View and Los Gatos.
And later, the powerful volleyball squad from Heritage taking on Deer Valley. You're watching the top high school sports show in the nation, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The Callaways wanted to share the beauty of our country with their kids through the gift of travel, but fulfilling this dream seemed out of reach. Familiar with their adventurous ambition, Tri-Counties Bank personal banker Violet Diaz and team explored different financial avenues, sending them down the road with a flexible home equity line of credit to fund a family RV. Now lasting memories are on the horizon. That's service worth sharing. For personalized problem solving, switch to Tri-Counties Bank. Service with solutions.
Luxury real estate is far more than a transaction. It's about living the life you deserve. Morgan Mano Shepler with McGuire Real Estate knows a commitment at this level requires a rock-solid relationship with experts who truly understand each local community. Go to Morgan's website to learn more about available homes for sale, read Morgan's client testimonials, and request a complimentary home valuation. With Morgan's proven track record for success, her clients enjoy a complete concierge service experience from start to finish. Because anything is possible when you have the right agent.
At San Jose State University,
we discover who we want to be. For ourselves,
for our families, for our communities.
Different and unexpected.
Begin here.
At the heart of a transforming valley, in a city that is tough and beautiful.
We are Spartans.
What powers us changes our world.
Serino Group is committed to giving you the very best service when buying or selling a home, but we're also committed to giving back to the communities we serve. We are encouraged to see the good and uphold it. Serino Group has pledged to give 1% of our gross commissions to charitable and community groups making a positive difference. Serino Group has donated more than $2 million to these groups since the inception of the 1% for Good program in 2012. Go to our website to see the list of recipients. Serino Group, our community is your community.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer.
And I'm Keith Andrew.
And we are both brokers with Serino Group. Many of you will remember legendary football coach Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband, who was a champion of high school sports. And together, Keith and I support high school sports in our Bay Area.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact. By the Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by Stanford Healthcare. We are back at the NBC Sports Studio with the South County Chrysler Game of the Week. This game features the 2 top softball teams in the De Anza Division, Mountain View and Los Gatos. The first place Spartans are 7-0 in league.
2 good teams?
2 very good teams. It was a great game.
All right, Mountain View handing Los Gatos its only league loss earlier in the season. So the Wildcats come into this game just 1 game back and looking to move into a first place tie with the Spartans in our South County Chrysler Game of the Week. Aubrey was there.
Los Gatos and Mountain View nice and cordial pregame before going to battle. Top 1, the Wildcats get on the board with this swing of the bat from catcher Sarah Kiala. Alana Panu scores, and it's 1-0 Cats. Pitcher Mira Sharma follows that up with a 1-2-3 first inning, throwing just 5 pitches. The Spartans offense quiet in the early going, but have a runner on here. But a scorching liner is caught by Panu, and she doubles up the runner at first. The Cats face the minimum number of batters through 2. Top 3, Panu scorches this ball, and this has triple written all over it. She's on her way to third when the ball gets away, and Alana completes the trip around the bases for the Little League homer. It's 2-0 Cats, but the Spartans have a runner on third for Emily Clem, and this ball is hit so far, burying itself into the Spartans' equivalent of Triples Alley, but Flem is so fast, it's an inside the Parker, and just like that, we are tied at 2. But back come those pesky Wildcats. Sarah Sharma with the fly ball to right. It's over the fielder's head, and Sarah slides into third, giving her sister Mira the chance to knock her in, and she does. Mira advancing to second on the throw, and 2 batters later, Rosie Gomez comes up to the plate. Rosie puts another on the board, and the Cats would lead at 5-2 heading into the bottom of the 7th. Wildcat errors put 2 on for Clem, and this time she does not have to leg out this homer. That is a 240-foot masterpiece, Clem, with 2 game-tying bombs in this game, so we head into extras tied at 5. Bottom 8, Lauren Dove leading off the inning, and it one-hops the left field fence. Dove rounding second, heading for third, and she is safe. And here is Jessica Day with a long shot to the outfield, and that will do it. The relentless Spartans come back to take this one 6-5 to stay undefeated at 8-0 in league, thanks to a couple of long shots from Emily Clem.
Here they are, fresh off that walk-off, the Mountain View Spartans. We're talking to Emily Clem first. 5 RBIs, you are MVP. Nice, yeah. Emily, this was a team win. What did you guys do right tonight?
Well, I mean, we didn't start off as fast as we wanted to, but we definitely got it going later. And I think we're really good at keeping each other up if, like, one of us gets down. And then I also couldn't have hit the RBIs if you guys didn't get on base. So thank you.
Nice shout out to your team. All right, next up is Jessica Day. Jessica, what are these team strengths? You guys are undefeated in league.
I think one of our biggest strengths is our team chemistry. We really get along really well, and I think that really translates to how we work hard and we play for each other and we pick each other up on the field.
Thank you. All right. Last but not least, we're talking to the starting pitcher. This is Alona Sullivan. You guys have a 1.3 ERA. This pitching staff is unbelievable. Talk about this team's success on the mound.
I think we work really, really hard, and we always want to push one another, and I think just the hard work has really paid off, and yeah.
I would say that, right? Undefeated in league, guys? All right, these are the Mountain View Spartans. Guys, take us out. Loud and proud, Spartans at 3. 1, 2, 3, Spartans!
The Leland Chargers getting pumped up early for the matchup against undefeated Pioneer. The Chargers up 1 early, and here comes Kelsey Balmaffey, one of our Lexus of Stevens Creek volunteer winners, firing at home. Balmaffey was far for done. Kelsey with the spin move and flicks it in. Leland now up by 2. 2 minutes later, Megan Arnold wasting no time and fires at home. Megan doing great this year. The Mustangs trail by 1. 6 minutes left in the half. Here comes Arnold again from behind the net. She gets it up and over, and Pioneer ties it at 3-all. Can you give a wave to the crowd, Megan? Very nice, thank you. Minutes later, Sam Nickel rushes in, boxes out her defender and flicks it home, and the Mustangs go up by 1. After 2 Pioneer goals, Kimmy Lee finds a lane and rifles at home. The Mustangs up by 4 early in the second. Now watch this one closely. Pioneer looking to pass the ball out, but Palmaffey sneaks in, knocks it loose, and fires it home. What a play by Kelsey. The Chargers, though, were down by 4, and the Mustangs decided they've had enough. Nickel pushing the defense and firing it in the top corner of the net, and that will do it as the Pioneer Mustang girls remain undefeated and improve to 7-0. Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek presents the Volunteer Award, part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
We are down to the final 5. These 5 athletes will now be interviewed to see how the $10,000 in scholarship money will be split. But all of the 5 will receive scholarships thanks to Lexus of Stevens Creek.
Coming up to the Peninsula Bay Division for Carlmont and Burlingame.
And later, Santa Clara battles Gunn right here on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Back at Levi Stadium in the NBC Sports Studio with the Burlingame Panthers all alone at the top of the Bay Division with a 7-1 record. And sophomore pitcher Noah Larkin doing very well with a 4-1 record.
The Panthers defending their league lead this week, taking on the second-place Carlmont Scots, who trail the Panthers by 2 games and really need a win in this one, played at Carlmont Wednesday afternoon. The Carlmont Scots getting pumped up to take on the Burlingame Panthers this sunny afternoon. Top of the second, Jacob Celia sends a grounder to second baseman Adam Cross, who gets the out at first. Emilio Flores scores on the play. Burlingame up 1-0. Carlmont responds in the bottom of the third. Runner on third, Jack Van Encini hits the ball to right, and Jake Robinson scores, and we are tied at 1. Bottom of the fifth, runner on third for Carlmont. Mateos McKelsian hits a hot shot to center to allow Robinson to score again, and the Scots take the 2-1 lead. Top of the seventh now, runners on the corners for Preston Lau. He comes up clutch with a base hit to right. Thomas McClure scores to tie it up at 2, and we head into extras. 2 runners on. Alex McMaster hits a chopper and digs it out for the infield hit. Taylor Clark scores 3-2 Burlingame. Runners on the corners now. Celia knocks it to right, and that's a fair ball, and it's going to roll a while. 2 score, and it's 5-2 Burlingame. 2 batters later, Gino Lipacholo hits a fly ball to right, deep enough for Celia to tag up and score on the sac fly. It's 6-2 Burlingame. Carlmont looking for a comeback. Bases loaded. Adam Cross chops it to Chase Funkhauser, who fires to Clark at first for the out, but Melkelsian scores to make it 6-3. Winning run at the plate for Carlmont. Bottom of the 8th, Burlingame shuts the doors. Funkhauser makes a catch and ends this game. The Panthers take this one 6-4, advancing to 8-1 on the season. Celia with 3 RBIs.
The Deer Valley fans rocking out as their team plays undefeated Heritage. The first set, Jordan Huang to Aldrin Lazaro, who bumps it to Logan Cristobal, who tools it off the block, cutting the deficit to 6 for Deer Valley. But the Patriots go on to take the first. Brendan Quinn to Max Sutton to Logan Dahl, who fires it to the hardwood. 25-18 Heritage. Heritage taking an early lead in the second. Quinn connects with Sutton to set up Preston Cushing. 7-3 Patriots. Now check out this dig by Lazaro, keeping the ball in play for Cristobal to Logan Fontaine. Over the defenders, the Wolverines cut the deficit to 4, but an outstanding double block by Dahl, and Anthony Ford wins the set for the Patriots to take a 2-0 lead. Back and forth in the third, a block by Cushing gives the Patriots a 16-15 lead. Doesn't stop there. Quinn to Sutton to Ford, who sends a rocket into the hole in the defense to take the 2-point lead for Heritage. Deer Valley keeping it close as Lazaro connects with Cristobal for Josh Contreras for the kill between the block. It's 22-19 Heritage, and the Patriots keep bringing it. James Townsend to Sutton, back to Townsend, who tools it off the block. Heritage sweeping this one as they take the third set 25-22, staying undefeated in league heading into the playoffs next week. Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we show tonight on either DVD or we'll send it to you digitally. Go to 49erscalhighsports.com to order.
And be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and on Instagram. Give us a thumbs up on our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube page. That's where you can find and share all of the highlights and features you see on the show every week.
Coming up, the first place game in the Lake Division with Harker and Jefferson. It's our CCS Block Instruction blockbuster game.
And later, Half Moon Bay takes on Aragon as 49ers Cal High Sports Report rolls along.
Come on. Come on, Squirt.
Whatever your financial goals are, a U.S. Bank Wealth Management Advisor can help make them a reality. Talk to one today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
California's #1 volume dealer, South County of Gilroy. The #1 Hellcat Scat Pack dealer in the world. Welcomes the largest selection of red eye in the world. Fast and furious. Feel it. Hear it. Speed like no other. South County has too much speed on their lot. Red eyes, Hellcat Demon, Scat Pack, wide bodies, and more. Get the new Dodge Durango SRT 8 power like no other for $11,000 off the MSRP.
Wow!
Fast and furious.
Get your roll on.
Drive a little, save a lot.
The Rikers Center has long been a staple of the Bay Area sports community, offering flexible and adaptable training programs for all ages. Among their most advanced programs is Cornerstone, a training course that combines a group-style training session with one-on-one supervision to optimize the training of its most elite athletes. Beginning each session with a group-based training workout, Cornerstone offers the best of both worlds. Fluid dynamic sessions followed by routine, all the while being assisted by the center's certified coaches.
Take advantage of the off. You get another opportunity to do what you love. Take advantage. Kittle at the 10. Touchdown. What a play. Big return for Kane. He will score. We'll give our best today. This is our game. This is our field. We got to represent. Going end zone, taking a shot. That's what we've done. That's all we need to do. Let's go.
Back at Levi Stadium with the league lead on the line in the Lake Division. The Jefferson Grizzlies in first place with a 4-1 record.
Just one game back, the Harker Eagles are having their best season in years with an 11-5 overall record. This one is so big, it's our block construction blockbuster game, and Robert was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
The league lead and likely the league title on the line today as the Harker Eagles take on the Jefferson Grizzlies this afternoon. For Harker, look for sophomore Nick Coulter to lead the way offensively. Nick hitting .432 on the season with 22 RBIs. On the mound for Jefferson is Joaquin Alvarez, who's pitching very well this year, also one of the team's top hitters. He was the league MVP in football. It's Harker and Jefferson in this afternoon CCS block construction blockbuster game. Jeff with a runner on early, but not for long as Harker catcher Luke Wanowich guns him down. But later in the first with 2 down, Gabe Gonzalez comes up and Gabe smashes a line single up the middle. Scoring from second is Jordan Jose, and the Grizzlies have a 1-0 lead. But Harker responds in the bottom of the first. Levi Sutton reaches out and ropes a single to center. Racing home is Nick Coulter, and we're tied at 1-1. Top of the second, and Calvin Louie starts his big day. It's a solid single to shallow center, racing around third and heading for home, and just in with a slide is Brad Bondock, and Jefferson is up 2-1. On the mound, Joaquin Alvarez was doing a great job, the quarterback from the football team, getting the K here. Same score in the fourth, runner at second for Jeff. Here's Jordan Jose dropping one into shallow left center, showing his speed. Chris Blandino scores, 3-1 Jeff. The Grizzlies looking for more in the fifth, 2 on, and a nice bunt, but a terrific play by Harker pitcher Andrew Chavez to get the lead runner at third. But the Grizzlies score 3 times in the fifth. Bases loaded for Louie, who bounces it to the right side. Nice play by Ellis Goldman to make the stop, but Marco Anguiano scores to make it 5-1. 6-1 Jeff when the Eagles get one back. Max Lee with a blast to deep right over the fielder's head. Max races into third with a triple and later scored on a ground out. One more for the Grizz, and again Louie getting it done. His bunt is a good one. Louie safe at first, scoring his Bondock as Jefferson has a 2-game lead in the Lake Division with 4 games to play. Louie talked about what it all means.
This win means we're in the driver's seat now. You know, we're ahead of everyone in the league. First place in the league, you know. Big win for these guys. Big momentum changer. And also, I just wanted to say props to Luke, Joaquin, shutting it down, you know. I mean, those guys are our aces, you know. They're the heart of the team as well. I just knew I just needed to put it in play, help my teammates out. I trusted all my teammates. I knew we'd get the W, you know.
The Gunn Titans taking the field, taking on Santa Clara, and boy, it was a hot day. Santa Clara gets on the board first. Justin Cedros smokes one to right for a base knock. Connor Valerie races in to score, and it's 1-0 Bruins. Santa Clara looking for more, but the Titans go Nathan Nakamitsu to Ryan Soda, Michael Pandich, Pakti for the double play. 1-0 Bruins after one. Guns Aiden Everett sends a blistering shot to left. The ball one-hops the fence. Evan Wiederholz comes in to score to tie this game at 1 after 2, but the Bruins with a runner on third, Jace Doby, grounds one to third. That one finds the grass in the outfield, and Tyler Penrod scores. 2-1 Santa Clara. SC extends the lead in the fifth. Ryan Oshker hits a grounder through the infield for a single. That scores Valerie. 3-1 Santa Clara. 2 more hits would load the bases for Gabe Lopez, who sends a flare to left for a base hit. Oshker comes in to score, making it 4-1 Bruins. But Gunn stops the bleeding as Eric Epstein gobbles up the grounder and fires to panicked Potty at first to end the inning. Now 5-1 Bruins in the sixth. Ben Goldgoff skies one to center. That's deep enough to score Cole Montavani to cut this deficit to 4. Gunn would score another in the seventh, but Zach Penrod shuts it down as he gets a backwards K to end this game, and the Bruins win it 6-3 to go to 8-2 in the Santa Clara El Camino division. Each week, the Harker School celebrates its pursuit of academic excellence with the Scholar Athlete Award. And this week, we honor Mark Hu from the Harker School. Mark is a freshman starting third baseman and pitcher for the Eagles and sports a sparkling 4.6 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates its Women in Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math Club for putting on a great Harker Research Symposium, which attracted about 800 visitors in mid-April. The theme was sustainability, and the keynote speaker was Max Holmes, Deputy Director and Senior Climate Scientist at the Woods Hole Research Center. At Harker, preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
Each week, Adobe brings us a tip on how to use great Adobe products to improve your highlight reel or team video.
Here is this week's Adobe tip. There are two ways to slow down video in Premiere Pro. The easy, quick way is to right-click on the clip, go to Speed Duration, and put the percentage of the speed you desire. If you want the action to slow down during the play, right-click on the FX box and hit Time Remapping while holding down the Control key on the point where you want the slow-mo to begin. Then drag the handles apart to determine how long the transition from full speed to slow-mo will last. This gives you a smooth transition that looks great. Just another way the Adobe Creative Suite makes it easy to make your highlight reel or team video better than all the rest. Coming up, more from the Elite 8 tournament as California battles Wilcox.
But first, here's our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Power Rankings for baseball. '49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Drive a little, save a lot. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. And by the Serino Group, here for good.
Hi, Ed Graziani, a founding member of the Serino Group. I'm proud to support high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine in Palo Alto, and I'm proud to support high school athletes on the 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Back to St. Francis for another game from the Elite 8 tournament. This one has the De Anza Division's Wilcox taking on the East Bay League's California.
That's right, the two teams meeting at St. Francis on Tuesday afternoon. It's an intersection matchup between Wilcox and California in the Elite 8 tournament at St. Francis. This one was all pitching and defense. Early Chargers pitcher Alex Adami with a nice play on the mound before tossing it to Asahi Sato for the out. No score after 2, but not to be outdone was Cal pitcher Josh Giffens getting the batter to chase for the punch out. Still no score after 3, and in the top of the 4th, Wilcox loads him up for Nathan Oliveira, who crushes one to right center. That ball goes all the way to the fence as a triple. Luke Hogue, Sato, and Nick Malvini score 3-0 Chargers. Next batter, Andrew Castillo, who chops one to second. The throw is off. Oliveira comes in to score, and it's 4-0 Chargers. California trying to rally in the bottom half, but Adami induces the grounder to Paul Rosa. Paul throws to Nathan Santos to get the force out at second. Still 4-0 Wilcox after 4. The Chargers add on to the lead in the 7th. Devin Batto lines it to center for a base hit. Santos scores, and it's 5-0 Wilcox. Adami up to bat next, and he grounds one to second. The Grizzlies get the out at first, but Paul Rosa does score in the process. The Chargers get another run on a pass ball to make it 7-0. Adami would do the rest on the mound, getting the backwards K as the Wilcox Chargers cruise to a 7-0 victory over California to go to 15-5-2 on the season.
The Aragon baseball team is having a fine season with another big game this week.
The Dons meeting up with Shanberries from 99.7 now at the Rikus Center before the big game earlier this week.
We're at the Rikus Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. Hey, it's Shan from 99.7 now, here with the guys of the Aragon baseball team! Yes, I love the energy, guys. Let's talk about last season versus this season. Last season, you guys were 7-7. This season, you're 7-1. What are you guys doing differently?
Well, every single day we come out ready to go. You know, we have a good mix between having fun and putting in the right amount of work. And we have really good team chemistry this year. I'm not saying last year we didn't, but this year, like, we do a lot of stuff after hours. You know, we just have fun with what we do.
A lot of bonding, I see. Let's talk about some obstacles this season. What are some of those obstacles, and how are you guys overcoming them?
Some obstacles. We have 2 more series, which is Half Moon Bay and Woodside, and we're going to face a good pitcher in Woodside, and Half Moon Bay is pretty good. They're well-rounded, but we just got to take it one game at a time, win that series.
Cool. Well, let's end with traditions. Give us some of those Aragon baseball boys tradition.
You know, most of the time we get there, I would say about, 10 minutes before game starts to get dressed and stuff, and we just, listen to music, and if we have extra time, like some of us don't have 7 periods, so we just stay in the locker room.
Isn't that the best? No 7th period?
For sure, for sure. You know, we just we stay in the locker room, we play cards, and I have a speaker, so we just listen to music, and we just jam out before games and practices and stuff. So that's what's up with it.
You guys get in the mode, right? Yeah. All right. I'm Shan from 99.7 now. You can catch me every morning from 6 to 10 a.m. Make sure to stick around for the highlights and give it up for the boys of the Aragon baseball team.
1, 2, 3, go!
Game 2 of this week's series, Aragon and Half Moon Bay. The Cougars taking Game 1 on to Game 2. Top of the second, Cole Colucci hits a chopper down the third base line. It rolls all the way to deep left. Colucci with a stand-up double. Same inning, the Cougs with a runner at third. Here's the squeeze. The Dons pitcher, Connor Harrigan, fields it and gets the out at home. Big play there. Aragon continue to play stellar defense to keep this game scoreless in the fourth. Watch Alika Woon go all out for this one, making a diving catch. Top 5 now, Half Moon Bay knocking on the door. Preston McCauley smokes a line drive to center, advancing David Fisher to second. The Cougs now with runners at the corners. Aragon goes to pick the runner at first. The throw gets by, and Fisher puts Half Moon Bay on the board. Bases loaded for the Cougs, but the Don starter Harrigan gets out of the inning with a big strikeout there. Bottom 7 now, Aragon needing one to tie. Drake Keneally at first with 2 outs, and watch this one closely. Donald Farina, pinch hit, crushes it. It looks like it goes off the tree, but the umpire says no, it's off the wall, so it's not a walk-off home run. Instead, we go to extra innings tied at 1-1. Half Moon Bay keeps chipping away. Here's Jack Medham with a line drive through the left side to get the Cougs going in the 8th. Cougs get a runner on third with 2 outs. The wild pitch gets away, and Danny Guevara slides in for the go-ahead run. Half Moon Bay holds on to take the series. Now with Woodside, the 3 teams are tied at the top of the Peninsula Ocean Division.
DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play goes to the Mountain View Spartans, down by 3 in the bottom of the 7th. Emily Clem knocks in 3 with a 240-foot bomb, and those were some happy players. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Wow, that was huge. Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. Some great plays this week. We'll see who gets it next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rikus Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Robbie, and today's training tip is a crossover to step up. We're going to begin using a box or a bench. We'll take our outside foot, we're going to lift that up to the edge, keeping a good angle of the knee, making sure it's over the toes. We're going to lift that bottom leg up to the side, and we're going to slowly, eccentrically lower back down to the floor. Keep going.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat, a very cool pair of headphones, and an invitation to our 49ers Prep End of the Season Awards Banquet right here at Levi Stadium, Monday, May 20th.
First off, we'll show you some very good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week. We got time for just 2 plays this week. First up, Asante Wilson from Mission with the sliding catch. Nice job, Asante. And the play of the week goes to Alika Woon from Aragon with the diving catch. Alika doing great work in left field for Aragon. Alika gets to come to our banquet on May 20th. So dust off that suit. Alika, you win the play of the week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week to meet a cross-country runner thriving despite an abusive past. We'll see you next week.